Right, I want to say hi again everybody, it's only me, Wushu Richard. I'm outside in the basketball yards. I'm filming a quick short HD video for you. I hope it comes out pretty clear. I'm not going to show you anything too crazy, I'm just going to do a few big moves like with legs, okay, and explain a few things about kicking and sweeping in terms of like big spinning kicks and all kinds of stuff like that, right? First of all, I'll just mention very quickly, okay, briefly, that when you do certain techniques, okay, like with high kicking and stuff, like if you do taekwondo, let's say, or things like that, you know, there's a lot of high kicking and spinning kicks and stuff. Now, I'm not wearing the best shoes for training in this video, okay? I just had this idea now to make this video while I'm out making videos for you guys. I'm wearing flip-flops today. Plus I've just eaten, so I'm not going to go too crazy. Because I'll throw up. I'm standing here. Things like when you do spinning kicks and stuff, I want to just mention a few things, right? When you do a high kick and you're just going to kick somebody in the head, like around there, straight to someone's head, just coming around to someone's head like that, kicking to someone's head, you know. If you get a lot of power, it's going to be powerful. Same for a side kick, kicking out, see, bringing the knees up, like that, kicking straight out, you know, to someone's head. That's going to be, it's going to hurt. Of course, you're going to knock them out if you're on target. When you're doing other kicks like I like, which is like, for example, sorry for the wind by the way, things like the spinning, the reverse roundhouse kick, or hook kick, when you come up like that, up, and kick back round like that when you go round, so kicking past the head like that, with the other foot there. You look at the target, you go through, so when you go through, of course, delivering that speed, if you're going in doing techniques, it's going to be effective. But the thing is, it's like anything, it's like a big swinging move like that with your arms or legs, you can see it coming. You don't want to let the opponent see it coming. Also, things like when you're turning, you want to make sure you don't leave your back open to attack so they can see you as you're coming around, because they can come in and take you for a takedown directly and stop you before it comes. Okay, it's a very funny thing, because like straight attacks are direct. And they're dangerous too. Straight, if you do a front kick to someone, or a straight on punch to someone, or a front kick, coming straight on, even for a side kick also, but coming straight at someone, in a straight line, that can be harder to block, yes, but at the same time you can also see that coming. And if something's coming from a distance, you can also see it coming. The thing you want to do is not let your opponent see what you're going to do, as well as not let yourself be open to attack. You don't want to compromise anything. Speed, balance, okay, speed, balance, energy, and also your safety, as in leaving yourself open to attack. You don't want to leave yourself open to any of those things. Breath, okay, so your balance, when you lift one leg up, you're balancing, you're standing on one leg, right? So you might be very good at balance and all the rest of it and all that. But I'm just saying, like, you've got to remember to keep that in mind, okay? So I'm not going to make loads of, I'm not going to do so many techniques in this video, but I just thought I'd remind people to keep that in mind. And you know, when you do any techniques in any style, whatever you're doing, it's not about style, it's about self-defense in real life, right? If you can get away, get away. But the most important thing is don't let the opponent see what you're going to do. That's just the most important thing. Don't let your opponent see what you're going to do in terms of techniques, okay? It doesn't matter how flashy the techniques are. They might be fast, they might deliver a lot of power, and you might have a lot of skill, but it's like if you don't get the job done, as in, you know, if your techniques don't work, it's like, what use is an ineffective block if the opponent can see where you're guarded? You know, you got to block, cover yourself so it works, right? The same for your attacks as well. So you don't want to be spinning around, jumping for the sake of jumping, spinning, doing moves, you know, or even exerting yourself with a lot of energy. You might feel it's powerful, you might feel it's fast, it might be, but as I say, that, you know, depends on the circumstances. The same as Bruce Lee used to even say, you know, that might not be fast or slow in a certain situation, it depends. So you might have round lines, you know, a straight direct line might sometimes be more predictable, they might be able to see that. But whereas if you're coming from a round line, it might come from another direct angle, from another angle, another source, where if someone's going around the side, you know, if someone's let's say your opponent's, you get the opponent's blind side, like someone comes to attack you and you step to the side and then you attack from another angle, you know, then then as long as the opponent might not see it coming, See what I'm trying to say now? It's very important in your training, in your martial arts, to have a good awareness about your circle around you, as I said, your surroundings. It's also very important, very aware, very good to have good peripheral vision too, and seeing around you without having to look around. And you want to set yourself up early. You don't want to always have to try and arrange the steps. You want to try and arrange your steps and movement applying to the opponent or to the situation and the positions. Don't always leave your back open to trouble and then you have to turn around, you know, things like that, you know what I mean, man? See, like, if you've got both feet on the ground, or you've got your guard up, why would you put your guard down, or why would you lift one, compromise half your balance? It depends. You don't do things because you can. You see what I'm trying to say? You see what I'm trying to say? It's like you do things what work. That's basically what it is, you see what I'm trying to say? So it's like, again, with your opponent, you see, it's the same thing. So you want to make sure that you come in on an angle where the opponent can't see it. If someone's standing in front of me there, and I just directly do some spinning kick from some crazy angle, if he can see it straight on in front of me, then it's no good. I should come from an angle, like when he's not able to see it, like I'm on the side of him and I kick round from the side, or he passes me with an attack, and at that moment I've already stepped to the side and hit him from the angle on the outside. Is what I'm basically saying, you know. Just say that if the opponent's standing in front of me, if you're standing in front of me now, for example, you're standing in front of me, you can basically see it coming. As soon as I come in and attack me, like, it's like if you're coming to attack me and you come in right in, at that moment I step away and then kick you from the side. So I might go to the side and then kick from the side, see. Now I'm doing higher kicks in this video, I'm doing higher kicks in this video just to give you the point. You can do low kicks and all of that, okay? And always remember to stretch. Stretching is so important as well. Lower and upper body. Now again, other kicks you might see before I go, okay, things like crescent kicks, that we use good circling the leg and putting an arc like that. In or out, like that way, okay? They look flashy and they're like for your exercise mainly. Like we're standing here like in Wushu and you're doing exercise and you're just like, you know, circling. Just like for your exercise really. But you put your hands out and you do a full circle. They look flashy. You've got jumping ones as well, like that kind of stuff, you know, coming in and things like that. You've got those. But it's like at the end of the day, are you really going to do that? How much power, you know, in a real kick? It depends, you know. But you can do them. There's different ways of doing crescent kicks and stuff to actually work in a fight, as in straight-legged or bending your leg for closer range. With the inside part of the foot, or slapping with the bottom of the foot, like coming past the head, you can do that. There's different ways you can do it, okay, and yeah, it's like everything's useful. As I say, I'm not someone to like put things down, doing it on different levels too, you know, and we do exercises anyway in martial arts anyway, where you're swinging your legs and stuff to stretch the hamstrings. It's an exercise, you know, but exercise is one thing, the way you fight is another thing, and all I'm saying is that when you see certain movements, you know, you've got to be realistic about it. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't just do them for the sake of doing them, you know what I mean? So again, before I go, I'll give you another example. You might see flashy movements, okay? Like you might see flashy movements. For example, what might you see? You might see a move, excuse me, where someone comes forward, like let's say a traditional like Wushu form, where someone comes forward and they might come forward and might go. Into some flashy stuff like that, or they might turn around, see, or they might do and then follow up with a kick. It's a spinning, jumping kick. Like I've learned previous like drills and forms in the past. You might see a movement like this. If I give you enough space here to show you, you do a movement like that, and you'll jump up across. If you can see this, you go up there, you know, you go up, kick, and then punch into a start form. And then from there you might go there, and then you might throw a sweep out or something. You see, like we used to do different movements where you go, you might do a kick, as you jump around, you do a kick, and you might do a palm, you might do a sweep from here, you might do an inner sweep, followed by an outer sweep. You might do double sweeps, you know what I mean? You might jump up, do a high kick, you might go down, do reverse hook, and then you know, just a double spinning sweep. You know, I don't practice that as often As you can see, I haven't practiced it for years, but those kind of techniques were just reminding you, if I was doing that, how much power would I have to really sweep someone up, to take someone down. In a fight, someone's standing there, I just go down and sweep. Can I really take him off his balance? Or even by doing that, you know, I don't think so, you know. For me, I want to feel comfortable. And jumping, doing those fancy kicks. I mean, let's be realistic, why would you have to jump up and do it? You might be shorter than someone, yeah, but, you know, and you might have good spring in your legs, you might jump up and do some front kick. If someone's standing in front of you there, you might throw a front kick at someone's head. You might jump up and get the motion and kick him in here. You know, you might want to jump up and get that coil with your waist. And jump the spin with your whole waist, I think. And to kick in, that might give you some energy into the technique. But I'm just saying that, apart from looking fancy and flash, I mean, how much damage is it going to do? How much is it really going to do? You know what I'm trying to say? And I used to hate it when I was like learning my Kung Fu before, like Southern style Kung Fu, and I was like, also before when I was learning kickboxing as well. All my teachers were the same. They used to be saying, well, in real life you're not always going to kick someone in the head, even in self-defense and that. And I was thinking, why are you saying that, man? Because the techniques, you couldn't, if you were to make them work, you couldn't do anything, and it depends on the situation. But all I'm saying is, like, be realistic though, because it's really true. Sometimes some of this stuff, you're spinning around, leaving your back open, or you're lifting one leg up, or jumping and exerting energy. Right, I'm sweating just doing this, but I'm saying, breathe in. You might be coming home from work, you don't know what you might be doing, where you might be. Are you really going to do that? Might depend on what clothes you're wearing as well. Jumping up. I mean, yeah, you might do a really good kick. Don't get me wrong, I might be in the train station, someone comes behind me, for example, I'm saying, hypothetically, someone behind me there, I might literally hand kick him in the face, wherever someone's behind me there, mid-side kick maybe, you know, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, you know, you've got to be realistic about what you're doing. You don't want to be spinning around. You don't want to be spinning around too much, jumping, leaving your back open, and before you know it, you're trying to catch your breath back, your balance back, you've lost your keys, you've lost your wallet, whatever it is, you know. You have an accident or whatever it might be, you know, you've got, like, you know what I'm trying to say, and you're wasting your energy. You don't want to be like that, you know what I'm saying? So, what do I advise then? I advise basic kicking. Now in Muay Thai, people know about it. I prefer karate because I don't like to kick with the shins. I prefer to kick with the feet. I ain't karate, but, you know, excuse me, kicking around with a roundhouse kick maybe it can be very strong. Yeah, and the same for the reverse ones, fair enough. But for me, I think simple, like low side kicks and mid-level side kicks are good. Higher can work, but I think just simple side kicks, front kicks too, you've got to be careful with, even the front ones like that, straight out the body. I mean, even the low ones like where you turn it out and just kick out low with a front kick. So those kind of, basically, what am I talking about now? In terms of kicks, I mean, you do get some high kicks in bar as well, fair enough, and Tai Chi. But it's mostly up for training and balance. Karate has them in that, fair enough. But I think, for me, you see what I'm saying? It's Wing Chun again. Wing Chun kicks would be the one for me. Using the knees to guard again, fair enough. You know, and then using low kicks and a medium level kick, you know what I'm trying to say? So they're for me, they're the best ones. They're straight because you're not always lifting your legs up anyway. And using your hands for God. So if you're doing a lot of kicks and techniques like that, just keep your open mind about you, okay? That's all I'm saying from my point of view. I want to say thanks for watching. I'll stop this video now. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I've just shown a few moves here, jumping kicks, right? A couple of sweeps. I didn't do them the best, but I'm just giving you a few ideas. When you see these kind of moves, it's more like of an exercise and coordination and all that, is what I'm trying to say. But definitely you should keep that in mind for like the fighting, how you would use a technique. It's the same as I've said with all these traditional martial art moves, which I stand up for. You know, like most of them can be used in real fighting. But some of this kind of exaggerated stuff, you've got to look at it and think about it. You know what I'm saying? What's realistic and what's not. And train it still for the exercise and train it with a fighting mindset. But adapt things in real life. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Train on. Stay safe.